Masquera say Mugabe Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel Zim Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kana kariki kutanka kukuya panino channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana uchingwa garawa subscriber, don't forget to comment and share this video. Nasi Mugabe Zimbabwe takigirai nyaya iri kupisa nyaya kunetsa nyaya buditswa na Robert Mugabe Jnr. Robert Mugabe Jnr. We are ku trend amushure makungi pane ma sex tapes ake ari kucirculate ma streets social media ashamisa vanhu vazhinji muri Zimbabwe. Vanhu vachitaura ivo vachiti this is a disgrace to the first family, and considering how strict his father was, and it's a disgrace kuti mwana wa former president ari kubuditsa zvinhu zvakadai muri Zimbabwe, ari kutrenda for my wrong reasons. Ndofunga the children of Zimbabwe War Veterans Association vabuda vachi blaster Grace Mugabe nenyaya yekutadza kureiza vana vake in a manner iri proper. Ndofunga pane ma videos mamwe circulate achiasauta friend yake muri Zimbabwe achitema friend yake nemabhodhoro, then poita mamwe achitemba nedrip rarakaiswa friend yake muri Zimbabwe. Nyashamisa vanhu vazhinji vachiti they didn't expect behavior iyoyo from Robert Mugabe Jr. Pane nyaya yakanetsawo zvakare mazuva apfuura achinetsana ne one of my video victims muri Zimbabwe achinzi anga asina kubhadhara mari yemunhu anga arara naye muri Zimbabwe. Nyaya yakashamisa vanhu vazhinji kuti Robert Mugabe this behavior iri kulika sei muri Zimbabwe. Ndofunga the children of Zimbabwe Veterans Association vakabuda on their official X handle vachitaura ivo vachiti a porn tape for Robert Mugabe Jr. is circulating. We're in possession of it. It is just pathetic. Dr. Grace Mugabe must have failed to control these kids. Shame. It's one of the children of Zimbabwe Veterans Association muri Zimbabwe vachitaura pamusoro penyaya iyoyi muri Zimbabwe. Tisingazive kuti munoionawo sei nyaya iyi. The IRR yakabuda ichitaura ichirepota on the decision yakaita kuti friend ya Robert Mugabe Jr. ilikise mavideos aya. Ichitaura iyo ichiti a former friend of Robert Mugabe Jr. has shed light on why he made the explosive decision to leak an explicit video showing the late Zimbabwean leader's son in bed with two women. The video, which shows Robert Mugabe Jr. having the time of his life with a yellow bone, has caused a stir on social media. The revelation that a former friend was behind the leak has left many scratching their heads. The same friend also released shocking footage of Robert Jr. allegedly assaulting one of their mutual friends, Nyasha Rusinga. In one clip, Robert Jr. is seen brutally attacking Nyasha, while another shows him tampering with the victim's drip during a hospital visit. The former friend explained his reasons for leaking the videos in a fiery social media post, writing, "I went to jail because of you, and now you are attacking my family." One of the leaked clips features a disturbing account of how Robert Jr. assaulted a friend with an empty beer bottle. The friend described the violent ordeal in a chilling detail. Ndaitraya kumbata achindrova nebhodhoro mashoulders nemakumbo. Bhodhoro riya ndichibloka kudai so I think akandirova pahardbone pekuti ganda rangu pakatsemuka. Ndichibloka so pakati peruoko ndakazonosonwa ndokubva ndaiswa mastitches ku United Bulawayo Hospital. The former friend, clearly enraged, said he leaked the explicit video and incriminating videos in response to Robert Jr. allegedly targeting his wife and children. You even abuse your own friends, and now you are coming for my family and kids. Come on, how ruthless. Ndewabuditsiro akaitwa nyaya iyi muri Zimbabwe. Tisingazive kuti munoona sei nyaya iyi. Tiudziwe zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mu comment section, kuti this behavior ya Robert Mugabe Jr. yakamira sei. Tiudziwe zvamuri taura kwatiri kuita. People are blaming Grace Mugabe even nekudona kuri kuita empire ya Robert Mugabe munyaya yakabuditswa nedi Zimbabwean Mail akabuda vachitaura vachiti The gloves are off. Grace Mugabe, once an eccentric and untouchable figure in Zimbabwean politics, is at loggerheads with President Emerson Mnangagwa's government and the ruling ZANU-PF party over the family's properties. Government officials recently invited miners, potential mines, and approved prospectors to show interest in mining activities on the 4 farms owned by the late Robert Mugabe's family and believed to have rich gold deposits. The farms, located west of Harare, have a dairy products factory, a private school, and an orphanage, which were all started by Miss Mugabe. The farms are part of real estate worth millions of dollars she acquired during the violent takeovers of white-owned farms at the height of government land reforms in the past decade. The government's action are seen as revenge against Mugabe's widow over long-standing bad blood between herself and insiders in the ruling party ZANU-PF, and more recently, the public tussle between a family and government over Mugabe's burial. The family had initially agreed to a government request to bury him at a Hero Square in Harare, reserved for leaders of Zimbabwe's 1980s liberation struggle. The agreement was only reached after President Mnangagwa agreed to build a 1 million hilltop mausoleum that would set him apart from his colleagues. However, at the last minute, Grace decided to have Mugabe buried in his rural home. The slight was taken as a blow by the government and party functionaries who have never hidden their disdain for her alleged role in alienating the former president from fellow war veterans and national leaders. Grace had been accused by the military in 2017 of hounding out her husband's successor and other veterans of the liberation struggle just before the palace coup that brought Mnangagwa to power. The government's recent move is therefore seen as hitting back at the former first family. Even before the former president was buried at the height of the tussle over burial arrangements, it is alleged that President Mnangagwa's emissaries threatened to seize a house he had gifted Mugabe's daughter. The house in Mount Pleasant had been built for Mugabe by ZANU-PF, and the party still holds the title. However, President Mnangagwa has publicly said that the party was in the process of handing over title deeds to the house and the family's blue-roof mansion in Harare's Borodale district by government funds. The late Alex Magaisa said that the new administration was likely to go after Miss Mugabe to settle old scores. The former First Lady was linked to a faction in the ruling party that briefly forced President Mnangagwa into exile in South Africa before he returned a couple of days later to seize power in the palace coup. Grace has remained virtually untouched since President Mnangagwa took power, yet those in faction that backed her in the battle against the then Vice President have since been forced into exile or have been arrested. Former President Mugabe was a shield, Dr. Magaisa added. They could never have publicly humiliated former President Mugabe during his lifetime for fear of upsetting neighboring governments who support the regime needs. President Mnangagwa knew that Mugabe still commanded a great deal of respect across Africa. They would have regarded any action against him as humiliating and disagreeable, he said. After all, they had supported President Mnangagwa when he usurped power in return. He was expected to treat the old warrior with dignity. Likewise, going after the wife would have been regarded as an indirect assault on the former president. Dr. Magaisa said the relationship between the former First Lady and President Mnangagwa was likely going to be strained. Like after Mugabe, will be precarious and uncertain for Grace and her family, he added. Grace's allies know their future lies in a post-Mnangagwa era, but there is far too much animosity for there to be any trust between them. In June, President Mnangagwa said the former First Lady has about 16 farms, yet the law says one farm, one family. He alluded that the farms would be repossessed once the government completed an audit to identify senior officials who allocated themselves more more than one farm during Zimbabwe's controversial land reform program. The Mugabe family spokesperson, Leo Mugabe, said they had been assured that their properties would not be seized. The issue of property is being handled by the president, he told state control media. He is handling the issue to ensure that the family is safe. Zimbabwe comment section.